Our first speech for today is by our immediate past president, Dino Lupini. Dino is on the dynamic leadership path and will be performing his third speech on level 3 storytelling. The title of his speech is Little Red Riding Hood. In his speech, he wants to use the story of Little Red Riding Hood as a metaphor for his working career with the following elements, such as with him, Dino, Little Red Riding Hood. Thank you, Adrian, for pointing out the red shirt. I also did not pick that up. His 10-year stint with the same company being his family home. New projects and employers being grandma and the house. And his previous manager being Mr. Wolf. Of course, the manager being the bad guy in the story. So I'd like you all to sit back, hold on tight, because this is going to be bloody. Apart from all the red in the picture. So sorry, please welcome Dino Lupini with his speech titled Little... Oh, before I go there, Adrian, would you like to give us the project details for Dino's speech?
Yeah, well, in terms of what I'll be looking for is one of the things that's already been mentioned is the clarity of his speech and that also vocal variety. So all he has to do in terms of is just do one up on our world champion there. I'm sure he's going to do a great story. I know there's a
fantastic.
I'm very intrigued because I know he's been through pretty hard times work-wise. And I love the idea of him dressing up as Red Riding Hood. And also, when I saw him with his red shirt, I caught on as to what was going on. But what I was thinking at that time, but he hasn't got his little Red Riding Hood. And now he has. So vocal variety, eye contact, gestures, audience awareness. Does he feel comfortable in giving his speech? His speech, is it interesting? What sort of impact is it going to have on me? As a fellow Toastmaster with the 2 boys in the past there. And one thing I remember, my father was the ultimate storyteller. He used to tell me stories about Hercules. And I used to get so upset if Hercules wasn't winning a battle and he was having a hard time. Anyway, I'm rambling on here.
Yeah.
We'll be looking at the pace. And over to you, Dino. We're really looking forward to your speech.
Ladies and gentlemen, let the bloodshed begin. Please welcome Dino Lupini with his speech, Little Red Dino Lupini.
Safety procedures are written in blood. I'm Little Red, and I'm a professional engineer with 12 years experience of manufacturing explosives and highly dangerous chemicals. Now, I've learned, yes, I've been in a dangerous environment and I've been very safe due to the fact, not because I've experienced these problems, but I've learned from other people's challenges that they've experienced in the past. So today I would like to share a story with you that hopefully you'll be able to learn from. And if you're in the situation, you'll know how to react. So the setting is my beautiful family home. I knew all the players. Mom and dad were a fair and firm bunch. A little bit forgetful now and again, but beautiful individuals. I knew the food was always nice and tasty. The work was always predictable and happening on time. And with that, it was a little bit mundane and sometimes, some places. And I started envisioning going off and working at a beautiful place, Grandma's house. And the only problem standing between me moving on to that different experience was the flowery woods. Because one wrong step in that forest, all of a sudden your sense of income would dry up and I'd be left starving and stranded. So I never took that leap until one day, working in my office, I hear a car pull up to the front yard. Mom's voice from the shower. Dino, Little Red, please welcome our new colleague to the dinner party. and get him settled in. For sure, Mom. I was always keen for a good time. So opened up the front door, and there I saw this man, bright-eyed and bushy-tailed, walking up the driveway. And the closer he got, I saw a glisten in his eyes and a mouth full of teeth. As he got to the front door, stuck up my hand and introduced myself. Hi, I'm Little Red. Hi, I'm Mr. Wolf. And dinner was underway. It was a fantastic evening, but unfortunately, I had deadlines to meet. And so, like a little ninja, I snuck out the back door without anybody noticing, and I dived straight into my work. A few hours went by, and I woke up with a throbbing headache. And I just thought it's because I dove straight into my work a little bit too hard. But what it was my entire family home being engulfed in flames. Before I was suffocated by the smokes, lies, and deception, I grabbed whatever pride I had and started crawling out the front door. And as I got out the front door, my family home collapsed behind me. This was the only home I knew that was completely destroyed and fired. I knew that the only way I could move forward from this is the only way that I could move forward was as long as I didn't sit back and think about the past and dwell in my current predicament, but move off to Grandma's house through the dreaded forests. Now, the forest is a very lonely and scary place, especially if you start running out of the bare essentials, such as puff pastries and a pension fund. So how did I overcome this fearful environment? Thankfully, I had friends, family, Google, and an internal drive for success. And that brightened up any forest, even the darkest of ones. So escaping the forest, I made it to Grandma's house. And it is an immaculate place. Huge potential, lots of place for growth. And as I got closer to the front door, I noticed that there was a little sign. Enter at your own risk. So I was keen to make sure that this was a success and make sure that Grandma was happy. So I came in there with all the pride and gusto I could bring together. I kicked down the front door and I said, Grandma, Little Red is here. The place was completely silent until I heard a little scurry to the boardroom. So I went to Grandma's boardroom, and on entering, I noticed that behind Grandma's chair, there was a silhouette. Grandma, Little Red's here. And a little voice piped up from Grandma's chair. Come closer, my little contractor. And as I started walking closer to Grandma's chair, I started noticing facial features. Grandma, what big eyes you have. All the better to micromanage you with. Grandma, what big mouth you have. All the better to betray you with. As I got closer, Grandma, what big teeth you have. All the better to belittle you with, boy. And with that, the wolf jumped out of Grandma's seat and swallowed me whole. And Mr. Wolf got up with a mouthful of teeth and really thinking he had won. He had a satisfying meal. With me, I was slowly being pushed peristaltically down towards my demise. While sitting there, I started thinking what I'd learned in the woods. Firstly, in the woods, I learned that there are animals in the workplace. There are wolves, there are sharks, there are snakes. You have to learn how to handle them. Second is you must never sit still in life, in your career, in learning, and in life. Sorry, repeating. And lastly, on a daily basis, make sure you're sharpening your skill sets. And in my case, it was a sword. And with that sword, I bust out of the belly of the beast, and I was able to grab a project of success. And I actually knew from that project of success, I knew what I wanted to do with the rest of my life. And I was able to publicize that beautiful project. And from that, I wanted to become a taxidermist. And this is my pride and joy, the little wolf. So I'm Little Red. This is my bloody story. Now, what is your story that you need to share with others so that they can learn? Over to you, Mr. Toastmaster.
Hello there, amazing Toastmaster. Thank you very much for engaging in this club experience video. I have absolutely no doubt, like zero doubt, that you found value and personal meaning in engaging with our club experience video. I'd like to use this opportunity to invite you to our next club meeting so that I am able to give you a one-up experience on the club video experience. In our next Toastmasters meeting, you will get to experience a fully run Toastmasters meeting and everything that you can expect if you choose to pursue public speaking as a career or if you merely want to improve your communication and confidence. Toastmasters has changed my life as well as the lives of my club members in many ways. For one, we have become more confident and competent speakers, and we've overcome a number of insecurities that we never even knew existed until we began practicing public speaking. It is for this reason that I can confidently invite you to our club meeting, knowing that you will find personal meaning and personal value in that experience. So, reach out to us via email. The email address is in our about bio. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel so that you can get notified when we upload more of these club experience video. Until then, this is Matt, the President and Sergeant of Arms at the Bryanston Breakfast Club, and I'm wishing you an amazing day further. I hope that you continue to find personal meaning and value while watching our club experience videos. I look forward to engaging with you in our next meeting.